right, bye. All right, next call. Yeah, everywhere I go, people are talking about my balls. It's pretty weird. Pretty weird. Every stream I go, really, people are talking about me. I'm making up songs. Another video just came out from one of these scumbags, too. You guys know the characters. Look at your notifications, you'll see. Another video just came out mocking me, mocking us. They can all fucking blow me, dude. Fucking clowns. Ass clowns. We're over here at 2:20 in the morning, unplanned, nothing. Fucking 150 people are here. They're over there sucking each other's dicks. That's how I feel, you know. 978-435-0006. I'll take another call, maybe two. I gotta work in the morning, and I'm working all day. Who's this international-looking call? Doze of Reality, you're on with Brian. Who's this?
Hello, Brian?
Hey, you gotta turn down the volume.
Hello, Brian?
Hey, who's this?
Hey, it's Nir from Israel. How are you?
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm good. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. You're live.
Okay, good. Great to hear you. It's kind of fun to hear you on Saturday night because here's Sunday morning and I'm before getting here in Israel, it's kind of before working time. And, it's Monday morning at the United States. So it's kind of a busy working morning, but when I kind of watch your show, so I say screw it to solve the job and let's call Brian.
Nice. Are you enjoying the show?
How are you?
Are you enjoying the show?
Yeah, it's great. I always like hearing you, and I always like to emphasize that I like hearing you because not necessarily also because of the content and the people that you're bringing on, and besides that, I just like to hear your voice and your fire and your way of speak beside the content. So I kind of wanted to join in the show. Yeah. And today, if possible, I want to share with you a little bit of nasty, old, hardcore Israeli politics. Let's put the Mandela effect aside for a second, if possible.
Okay.
Are you onto it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good. Anyway, so just wanted to report here from the Holy Land that we are in a ridiculous situation. Okay, I don't know what you and your listeners heard over the media and stuff, but over last year in Israel, we got no government, and we're approaching in 2 weeks' time. We got another election, the third in its number. And they're trying to decide who's going to be the prime minister over here. Mm-hmm. And this whole performance, this whole nonsense has been going on for more than a year. It's either beforehand. With,
the whole charade. We would call that a charade. Kind of like how they're going to
the charade.
Yeah,
exactly. The charade, because the thing is that, first of all, in these free elections, there wasn't even a really real agenda. Okay. Usually, when you talk about elections and you talk about right and left, and you're talking about all kinds of agendas over here in Israel. Peace process, religious and secular. Economy, all kinds of things like that. That kind of put the differences between left and right. Now over here in the last elections and even before that, it's never a question about agendas. Okay, the agendas are not existed in any sort of way. It's all about the personality. Is it going to be yes Bibi, no Bibi, yes Bibi, no Bibi? And this thing itself, it's a charade by itself. Okay, this is also not really a really big agenda. Yeah. Because there is no difference between right and left, okay? No. There is no fucking difference, If you, it looks Israel, if you look at it from the outside, it looks so complex, and I actually do argue that being the prime minister of Israel is the hardest job in the world because we have so much complexity going on over here and this conflict or whatever. So it is a hard job. but it's a charade because it doesn't. The people that are making these decisions, it's not even their decisions. Okay, this whole this whole situation that was created over here. If you want to talk about, I don't know, Israeli-Palestinian conflict or whatever you want to call it, it's kind of like it's also been orchestrated for 100 years or so. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the longest. I don't know if you want me to stop blabbing about it because I know
No,
it's a TT
Keep
talking
going.
about Israelis and Palestinians and stuff.
No, you're fine. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. The thing is that I believe that this whole situation, Israeli and Palestinian, whatever, it's kind of like it serves, okay, all the people that are involved with that, okay, meaning politicians, media, courthouse, law enforcement, of course, finance and gun weaponry and all of that. So they have the agenda to keep it going, okay?
Oh, of course.
No
Yeah.
one has an no one has any agenda to cease fire, okay? Because it serves their jobs.
Yeah.
If the media won't have anything to report, if there won't be any war going on, so they won't have anything to report, and then they will be out of jobs. So I guess it's not worthwhile for them. And besides that, if you look at the whole history of the Zionist movement and of the Palestinian people that came over here, you see that this is a conflict between people who are between leaders, okay?
Yeah.
Between people. Usually, I don't believe that any person is going off to war, okay, like a normal person, okay, out of the ordinary, that is going out to war unless someone told him to do that, okay? And I personally can't think, okay, I work, I as a Jewish Israeli, whatever, and I met lots of Palestinians, Arab Israelis in my past. I worked with them lots of times. I was learning with them with college and everything, and I never met an Arab Israeli or Muslim or whatever that I wanted to kill or have something against him.
Not.
Okay,
Of course not.
Just because of him like being Arab or Muslim, and from the other side is the same as well. Okay,
Yeah.
I never met anyone that wants to kill me because I'm a Jewish person. Okay,
No.
and the thing is that we as a people, okay, Arabs and Israelis can get along perfectly together. The people themselves, okay, they can get along perfectly together. We are very close to each other regarding, culture and personality and habits. So there is no reason that we should fight as people, okay, as human beings. We only fight because the leaders told us to do so, okay, and they told us it's a thing with it's a thing with religion and things like that. But the thing is that if you look at it like 100 years ago, what happened that started this whole conflict, it was an intention move out of the people that were controlling over here, and I'm referring to Great Britain in the early 20th century, and afterwards, of course, United States. So they put the situation in a place that it has no solution. Okay, it has no solution. They created this conflict. Okay, they put these two people here on the same land together and tell them, oh, now we're gonna give you country, and now we're gonna give you country, and just confusing everybody, upside down. And
if you keep everybody divided and fighting with each other, it keeps your eye off the people that are actually controlling you. It's the oldest trick in the book. They use division to control us.
Yes, of course, and they just say, okay, now we're supporting this side, and now we're supporting that side, and it just keeps on feeding the conflict. Okay, it doesn't really resolve anything, and I guess someone has something really a big motive for this conflict to happen. So this is at least my perspective, and in 2 weeks' time we have another elections going on, and I went to a family member of mine over the weekend, and he told me, he's like a right wing, so he told me, no, if we have the other dude being prime minister, then we go back to, dark times, and we'll have problems over here, or country will be destroyed. And I said, what the hell is that matter? Come on, okay, it's like. You can see that it's clearly people are captive with what media is broadcasting to them. Okay, with like what's the why we should have this prime minister or shouldn't have this prime minister or whatever. Also, like I don't know if you heard about it in the last 2 or 3 years or so, we got like a big allegations against the prime minister of Israel with all kinds of corruptions and things like that. So and you can see the conspiracy in your eyes. First of all, it is the first level of conspiracy that you see, like the media and the courthouse and law enforcement and everybody are cooperating together versus the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for him to be replaced. Okay, this is with the first level conspiracy. But the second level conspiracy is that it's all the charade. Okay, it doesn't really matter if he's like accused or not. Or whatever. This is like the reality show that they're broadcasting to the public, okay? To to amuse them. It doesn't really matter anything, okay? And people are like on Facebook going mad. No, he's guilty. No, he's innocent. No. Doesn't matter anything.
I know, exactly. That's why I pay zero attention to it now at this point. But that is what they do, and most people are totally mesmerized by it, and it's all about division. And just like you said, man, it's a great point, because they, even within my inner city, and I'm sure big cities everywhere, they divide you by race, and they want you to think, oh, these black guys are gonna jump you, this Puerto Rican guy is gonna steal your car, this Asian guy is gonna shoot you in a drive-by, and it's like, if I just go and shake these people's hand, we'll have a cookout tomorrow. We'll be hanging out all day, right?
Yeah, sure. Seriously, I know Arab Israeli or Palestinian or whatever that I encountered in my life. Okay, he had a nice personality. They are like really hardworking people, and they are very hospitality and all of that. I have really nothing against them, but I guess people wanted to create this micro conflict over here that will reflect, the bigger conflict that they want to create, okay, between West and East. I don't know, Christianity and Islam. I don't know, United States versus Iran. This is the thing that they wanted to create, and I guess this conflict has this purpose. And Israel is just maybe they want to blame, maybe the scapegoat for all of it. Maybe it's like the micro example of this whole
just like the United States. They're part of the same thing. They're just like the United States. It's the same thing. Same thing here.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so my saying with this broadcast is to first of all, within the flat Earth community and all in general, I'm usually as a Jewish guy, sometimes like encounter people telling me, okay, oh, you're the Jewish guy, okay, you are from the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers or whatever, and usually like whenever some guy's telling me that, I used to dismiss him and tell him, oh, you're just an anti-Semitic guy. I shouldn't bother about you. But no, I think that once I got encountered with flat Earth and things like that, I kind of like told myself, okay, I will research that. I will see what's wrong with the Rothschilds and Rockefellers or whatever. And I got really deep into the research and kind of like figured out the whole motives of the Zionist movement that started, that eventually of this establishment of Israel. But I won't going to talk about this right now. It's pretty much too long. And I told myself, okay, I should like observe this with open eyes. Mm-hmm. But with that being said, I told myself, like me as a Jewish person, I don't think I'm a bad person, and I know my other fellows, Israeli people over here that also like I know, great people. They're not, like
Of
like the
course.
Rothschilds and everything. So my biggest message for whoever is like hearing me right now, for people in the States, people in the West in general, is that don't judge neither Jewish people or Arabs or any other, nation in the world or people in the world as all the same. Okay,
Exactly.
people are very various from one another, very very different from one another. Okay, within the Israelis and within Jewish people, we are so different from one another. We are coming from all the places from the world, and each one has different habits and culture, and way to do their own things. So I think that from what I encountered, like in the past, is that people from the West are looking as Israelis, as Jewish people, and as Muslims as as one, okay, as one thing, okay. It helps them to define them better, okay. It helps them define them, but it's not true, okay. This is my message, at least. So, besides that, how are you, Brian?
Just muted again. Yeah, sorry. I didn't want to cough on the mic. No, this is a great call, and I am going to end with you as the last caller of the show. I do have to
All
wind it
right.
down and get to bed, but before I do, has that interview I done with you gained any more interest with the Mandela effect, like with people that are your viewers or your subscribers or anything?
Yeah, actually, I think so. I think so. It's a very interesting and unknown topic over here in Israel. So the minute after I did the show with you, so I started to spread it around, and I told not only like I told I told people watch my show. I told them, okay, I talked with this guy about the Mandela effect. It's a very interesting subject. I started talking about them, and it's you probably know that this is kind of like a subject that makes people crazy. Okay, because it's so it's even more from like flat Earth. Sounds like something creepy is going on over here.
Yeah.
So I think it will create more interest. And yeah, and soon we'll do like another show about it, and we'll talk if you want about all. I know the continuation for that talk that we had right now with all the Zionist history or something like that. I will share with you some of the stories that I found out lately. And yeah, and about the Mandela effect, I think that um, people when people over here in Israel will start to be more interested in that, they will start finding you lots of other Mandela effect proofs of like things from the scriptures, things from our history of the Zionist history. I believe that there is tons of it like over here. Okay, with what people thought of before and what has been changed in their perspective, because this is what I guess the media is. This is the job of the media over here to create different kinds of realities to get like opinions or whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right, brother. Hey, awesome call, and I'm gonna let you go. All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right. Have a good night and good to speak to you again, Brian.
All right, you too. All right, and mods again, please right now before I get out of here, help out with his link again. His name is Nir Nir, and his channel is Ish News, ESH space News, Ish News, and he was kind enough to have me on for a Mandela Effect interview. I don't know, maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. It wasn't too long ago at all. So just make sure you subscribe and bell to him.